In its almost 40 years of existence, the Jamaica Pegasus has been known as Kingston's preferred hotel. 2020 though, and the coronavirus have come with its own challenges, but the Jamaica Pegasus team has risen to the occasion and pivoted to include co-working. So let's go check out the ComeWork at the Jamaica Pegasus.
Hello.
Hi, this is Nicola, Madden, Greg. It's a pleasure to be here with you today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for inviting us into your fantastic space. We heard about it online and the pictures and the whole story. Really wanted to hear a lot more. So the Pegasus has been in existence for over 40 years, or close to 40 years.
Yes, we are the Grand Dam of Kingston, Kingston's preferred hotel.
Kingston's preferred hotel. But where we're currently sitting, even though we're in one of your fabulous rooms, for the first time in history, it's not quite a bedroom or a suite. Tell us a little bit more about your pivot. COVID has hit. When did you guys start seeing negative impacts or negative blowback from corona?
From the very day the government closed our borders, we went from occupancy to zero occupancy. So this is something that has been impacting the industry from day one. So we know that the borders reopened on June 15, but through the entire time, the Pegasus never closed. We operated still to the local market, and we continue to offer exceptional services. We offered, our restaurant facilities or general facilities, and we did also have some local business that came and stayed at the hotel, as well as we had a Ministry of Health group that was also here. So we continued to operate. We were one of the few hotels that continued to operate through the closure of the borders. What we realized as we went forward is that business travel, which is our mainstay, was being affected. And we also saw that during that time that we were open, as companies started to have persons work from home and trying to social distance within their own offices, our 24/7 cafe and our lobby, we saw there was more activity, more people were coming and meeting and utilizing the services. And as we saw that, because that's usually somewhere that people would meet, maybe in smaller groups, we also saw that there was an increasing number of persons, and we started to get more and more requests along the lines of, is there small working spaces? And in the past, we would not have necessarily gone for that business because our banquet rooms are always busy and active.
Sure.
But with COVID and the reduction in terms of the regular, meetings and conferences and so on, we thought, well, maybe we should look at how we can facilitate this market. We also would have had more hotel rooms available. And we looked at our existing banqueting facilities and said, well, based on the sizes, we probably could only get about 2 or 3 office spaces. And then we said, maybe we should pivot into our bedrooms. It's a great view, lovely facilities, quiet space. It has all the amenities you need, to work and really work in comfort. And so hence, you come and work at the Pegasus.
It sounds like you guys have a very forward-thinking management team.
Yes.
How difficult was that transition? Yes, people are making the requests and what have you, but the cost and maybe the time frame, you don't have to give us an exact cost, but what was that process like to actually put that idea into, the reality that we see here?
We actually put together a small team who did research. We looked at other co-working facilities. We said what could be unique to the Pegasus. what are the things that we think would be great selling points. I mean, the fact that you have a private bathroom in your office space is definitely a big plus.
Yes.
So, you know, we thought that with that, the conversion process was not that difficult because, you know, we do have some of the amenities and services and actual furniture already in place. So it was a matter of reallocating some of that, looking at the additional things we would need to put in place, which we did. What sort of additional amenities and services would we offer? The great thing again with our spaces is that you're in a facility that has a 24/7 cafe, so you can, if you're working late, there's food and beverage.
Available all the time.
There is room service delivery, so you don't even have to leave your office space. You can just order and it appears at your door.
Fantastic.
If you are here and you want to, you know, go down to the bar and get a break, you can do that. We also are giving discounts on our spa services as well. So there's a lot that you can do. You have access to our jogging trail. So we looked at all the different things and said this would be a space for persons who want to be creative, who want some time away, but yes, in a very inspiring and creative space. So that's what we looked at. And we also pivoted again into what we call our Workation Package, which is now for longer stays. So if you want to overnight and live, work, and play in Kingston at the Jamaica Pegasus, we have a 14-night and a 30-night or a monthly package. And that starts at $2,499, and it includes your meals and discounted prices for meals and amenities and services.
It includes meals and everything.
Not all your meals, but your breakfast is included,
right.
plus you get discounts on your other meals.
That's fantastic.
So
you're taking care of almost everybody.
Yes.
People out of town, people here who just need a break. That's fantastic.
And even Jamaicans in the diaspora who are coming. A lot of Jamaicans are coming back to do business. And maybe because of situations at home, you know, with more social distancing or maybe a family, they have to quarantine for the 14 days. Yes. Why not quarantine at the Pegasus?
Quarantine here and work
and do work.
And get taken
And there are
care
those
of.
who want to stay longer and want to stay, you know, for a month or two. So this is a perfect space to do that.
Okay. All right. So you mentioned that that's something you did your research, you got your resources together and you got approval. How long did something like that take you?
2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yes.
I was expecting 2 months. 2 weeks?
No, we really were excited about this project. I mean, our owners, you know, want to make a pitch. They were on board. We got our housekeeping and maintenance team ready. We, you know, we looked at the spaces we had and just went ahead with the conversion while the marketing team worked on rolling out the campaign and everything else. So it was quite quick in terms of the turnaround time, in terms of what we wanted to do. But as I said, we had a passion for it. We felt it was needed, and we decided, let's go.
The Jamaica Pegasus team makes the dream work. That's fantastic. So did you have any particular challenges that stood out for you in that particular process? And how did you overcome them, if any?
I wouldn't say we had anything that was insurmountable. I mean, the biggest conversation we had was around the combination of the packages in terms of how long persons, you know, if it would be 4 hours, should it be 8 hours, so the conversations were more about how to really fine-tune the packages to hit the various types of audiences that we felt would need to use these spaces. And so you know, we had the issue of the curfew, so you know, how do we allow persons to work as late as possible? So it was more about trying to come up with the right mix, and that was a little bit of an argument back and forth between team members, but you know, we eventually came to the what we think would be the best options for everyone.
And it is a great option. I find that the costings are quite competitive. You said, what was your starting rate?
$4,500 for the office for one, and $6,500 for the office for four.
For a block of a minimum of 4 hours, though, which is really good. You can factor that into your costing. And you can think
about the spaces not just for a meeting, but even doing what we're doing here. You want to do an interview, or you want to study, or you just want to brainstorm around an idea, and you want to leave your office because, you know, usually when you use the office facilities, some other departments or persons come and interrupt. This is a way to kind of move away. So yes, for freelancers and persons who work on their own, but also for companies who may want to take their team off site, a small team, and just do some exclusive work. Or even a CEO, we have had a few corporate CEOs already come and use the space for the day when they just want a break from their normal routine and maybe some quiet time to focus on a particular project. So it really allows you that privacy and that ability to be away from it, but right near to it. So if you want to get back into the hustle and bustle, just pop downstairs. But if you want to have a space where you can really concentrate on what you want to do, get a project through quickly in a private space, we're here for you.
I can see this being a really good space for somebody maybe who's even working from home.
Exactly.
And it gets mentally exhausting to be in the same space. This is a great
and you just want a pivot away from the home, work from home.
True, just pop
you can come and work at your home at the Pegasus.
Your home at the Pegasus. The team is out and it really is a great set of offerings that you have here. You talked about amenities. We can see the room and everybody else will get an opportunity to see the room. But when I come in, what can I expect when I get here?
Well, definitely, you know, we have the really nice office chairs and the desk, but you also have your coffee that's included. We have bottled water that's included. Of course, air-conditioned comfort, private bathroom facilities. Our housekeeping services here. We also have a concierge that is available to you. So if there's anything you want to order extra, if you want audiovisual equipment, food and beverage, anything, we are here for you.
That's fantastic. When I was preparing for this interview, I asked a couple of my friends, you know, what would you want us to ask the Pegasus team? And one of the questions was, it came back to amenities, but a little bit to the outside amenities. So are there any specials or discounts that are going on if I take a co-working space here for the day or the...
Yes, we have discount on food and beverage, we have discount on spa services, we have discount on audiovisual services, we have discount on stationery and office supplies. So yes, you will get bonus discounts on everything.
All right, fantastic. Any access to the pool or the tennis court in the future maybe?
Yes, well actually we have a new package that is coming. You're the first one to hear this, which will be offering some other services. This is now for pure leisure. So
I like
coming
that.
soon.
I like that. I like that. You've heard it here first, and we'll be sure to definitely highlight that when it becomes available. I think we've pretty much we like what we see, but what do you find the feedback has been like from other visitors?
The feedback has been extremely good. I mean, we are very excited with what we've offered, and persons have been really, you know, enjoying the facilities so far. We continue to listen and see if there's anything else that may be needed. That's something, you know, we are in the business of hospitality, so we pay attention to what our customers say. And I think as we go forward, we do have a lot of options, as I said, if you want to, you know, put in audiovisual or any other amenities. But if you're staying on like we have a 30-day package. So if you're staying on those longer packages, you also have the option of fitting it out with your own equipment. So if you want to bring in your printer and things like that and really make it a full office for you to work for a long period of time, we will work with you to customize the space. So, you know, we are definitely here to ensure that our clients have the best space possible. So any customization is also a possibility.
It seems like absolutely anything is possible at the Jamaica Pegasus. It has been a pleasure for us to sit down with Nicola, Madden, Greg, and we have seen the space. It's amazing. The story behind it is just as amazing. 2 weeks from hotel to the first time in history a co-working space. So come work at the Jamaica Pegasus. Remember, you can start with what you have, where you are. It doesn't matter as long as you start.